Good evening, adventurers, and welcome back to camp. We're here today to tell you another story of the Immortal Vault. Trent?
Welcome back. Anyone want to give me the recap from last time?
We just explore the city a little bit. We realized we had to check back in with the guild.
Then we sat in the
And then,
we sat in the apartment for a while Raymond translated the
we were
books.
just studying, translating.
Or not translating, but copying.
We played a game of Monopoly.
Or Shell Rock
Then, and then we got summons to go to the king's place, the king's palace, because I don't know why.
Well, that's how we figured out that they thought we had to check back in.
Yeah, that's how we found it out. Yeah, because they thought we were gonna be gone for another couple more days, but we weren't. We got back early, so yeah. Now we're going to the king's palace. We're there, I think, and we just barely are like getting cleaned up or something. And we're gonna meet the king in the morning.
Yeah, we're in a Platinum City Inn or something similar.
Nope,
Something
you're
like that.
actually staying with the king's assistant.
Oh.
In the
He
palace.
offered to put you guys. No, it's a separate house.
And he told me
offered
not
put
to
you guys
sleep
up for
nude.
it. Yes.
Oh yeah.
He put you guys up for the night for like 200 silver apiece, I think.
No.
No, it was a lot less than that.
It was some amount of money.
It was a good amount of money, but I don't think we could have afforded 200 silver.
No.
Nah, I
think
know
we
it was
already paid him.
We did.
You did. You already paid.
So it was whatever amount is missing from our bank accounts.
Ah, it wasn't 20. I mean, it wasn't 200. It was 20
Oh, that's much more affordable.
for us. He probably got like nothing out of it.
That's probably true for that.
Pocket change for him.
Alrighty, and that brings us up to date.
You know, that probably includes the price of the clothes. Because they gave us new clothes and stuff, too.
Oh, wait. Oh, damn, what kind of clothes did I get?
They gave you all a set of nice sleeping clothes, remember?
Oh, sleeping clothes. Okay.
Gax slept shirtless, he slept in pants.
Yeah, and he was shifting them all the entire night because they were uncomfortable. Kept bunching up.
And didn't they have specialty birdie pajamas?
It wasn't really a specialty, you had like an overlong nightshirt.
Oh, okay.
And then David, you just had some human-sized sleeping clothes.
I am a human.
Not a beast.
Half folks aren't beasts. Merely.
I mean, literally everyone that meets me gives me the nickname of Beast.
Oh, Raymond looked offended for a second, thinking you were talking about him. Beasts.
I was talking about us, but yeah.
So you're all woken up before the crack of dawn by knocking on your door.
Oh, early. Great.
A guard
Shuts up.
and a servant walks in. The bath is drawn. If you wish to take a bath, I'd highly recommend it. And your clothes have been washed.
Oh, they've been washed?
You took my clothes.
You see that they have your clothes folded in their hands.
Oh, when'd you do that?
Last night after you went to bed.
Oh. Ugh.
Thank you kindly, sir.
Bath is ready. I'd recommend taking a bath before breakfast, and then you'll be on your way to.
So be it. A real bath is very nice every now and then, better than using just prestidigitation on everything.
The real reason anyone would want to become a wizard.
Skip showers.
I mean, dude, just go to your kitchen and just like, bam, you're good.
Why would you do that in the kitchen? You make the stove all dirty.
What?
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm going to take a bath. I leave and to wherever they lead us, and I start bathing.
Yeah, Raymond runs to the bath too, so he can splash around in the water.
Well, I mean, if everyone's going.
Bathhouse episode.
It's bird bath.
Yeah, exactly. He's gotta get his feathers clean.
Just cut to a scene of Gax with his back turned, putting his finger up to his lips. Raymond whipping people with towels.
I'm reading a book while in the bath.
Yeah.
You enter into the
my top hat on, twirling a mustache.
You enter into the bathhouse to see a giant, a big-sized pool in the floor. The floor is made of tile, a nice white tile, so it looks nice and clean. Along one side there is mirrors with some stools, as well as buckets of warm water.
Just warm?
Raymond.
The buckets themselves are just warm. The pool itself is, good temperature. Not going to burn yourself getting in, but it's a nice hot one.
Yeah, Raymond tests the water with his foot to see the temperature, then dives in and immediately starts splashing it.
All right, you all bathe. You get cleaned. Raymond, your feathers look nice and shiny.
Oh.
David, you've not felt this clean in weeks.
Oh, the pleasures of Platinum City.
And Gax, this is the first time you've ever actually been in a bath like this.
Shellrock, next time you're going by yourself.
Oh, what's wrong with what?
I don't like the feel of my skin.
Oh, it's just the years of layers of dirt rubbing off. It's fine, it's fine. You'll see a green hue you've never seen before.
I need those layers for protection.
No, that's what the armor is for. You're fine.
Raymond's like, looks disgusted at Gax.
Alright, well, real reason, Gaxed, is you want to be clean because everyone else here is clean. And they see unclean things as super unclean. No.
Degenerates.
Yes, in a sense. they really look down on anyone who is not clean like them. And if you're not clean, you're less
Shellrock.
likely to make friends. Or what?
Look at my face.
Yes.
They're gonna think I'm a degenerate. They're gonna think I'm unclean, whether or not I am squeaky.
That may be true, but that doesn't mean it has to be true to you. You can still be clean and think yourself is clean. Alright, you know what? I'll give up on this clean talk. I like being clean. If you don't like being clean, whatever. This will be the only time you ever get clean. Who cares? I don't.
Raymond climbs up and pats the side of Gax's face and says, "This is fancy."
This is what?
This is fancy.
Never cared for fancy.
Well, you all get nice and clean, nice and dry. You're met with your clothes that have been cleaned overnight. They're still a little damp, but they're clean. And you are met by a servant outside of the bathroom. Breakfast is served. Please follow me.
We come.
I'm gonna hide my clothes next time.
Alrighty. You all head to the nice dining room. There's plush seats with cushions on them and wooden backings. There's a long mahogany table with about 3 plates set up. There's one servant in the room with you, the one that just showed you to the room, and about 6 chairs around the table. The king's assistant isn't even there. It's just you three.
Raymond's looking around. Is the king you? Oh no, it's just us three. That's right. Okay.
Is there food already on the table?
There's plates, but no food.
Cool beans, cool.
Raymond looks disappointedly at the empty plates.
Well, looks like we're early. Or they're just fashionably late.
This is
Please.
fancy.
Please take your seats.
Oh, well, of course, yeah, I take my seat.
Yeah, Raymond takes his seat somewhere not too noticeable. He doesn't want to be the center of attention.
Gax just sits next to Shellrock.
Alrighty, as you guys sit down, two more servants come in from the door on the far right. They carry two platters, one full of eggs and one full of bacon.
Oh boy, bacon and eggs. Do you have any biscuits and gravy?
No, but we have French toast.
I'll take that.
French? Or no, sorry, French. Raymond looks confused.
What is French? Some weird word, I've never heard of it.
I believe it means
Well,
dipped in
maybe
egg.
it's something...
What are you,
yes,
French?
It was dipped in egg. But I believe it was something from the vault, maybe.
One more. The servants put down the plates of bacon and eggs in between you all. There's plenty there to go around, and they both run back into the door on the far right. And then one comes out again with a platter of French toast. It is this nice golden brown bread covered in, you don't know quite what, but some sort of fancy seasoning.
Awesome.
Well, knowing how French toast is, Raymond eats that so fast.
Yeah, it's pretty
You,
good stuff.
you find that there's cinnamon on your French toast.
Oh, even better. I mean,
Gex.
oh wow, this is amazing.
Gax eats like purely eggs and bacon and then a slice of French toast.
This is fancy than Gax's cooking.
I couldn't make something nearly this fancy.
Well,
he
the only
nods.
reason you couldn't is because we didn't have the right ingredients.
Do you want to buy ingredients next time?
Sure.
I'll cook with
Just
whatever
tell
you
me
grab.
What we want.
The comforts of Gold City.
This is
Platinum.
platinum.
Platinum City, sorry, Platinum.
I didn't say comforts of gold.
I don't even know the word gold. Oh no!
Paradox.
Okay. I guess we were told to start eating, right?
They told you enjoy your meal, and then they all went back into the room on the far.
So we're alone in here.
Just you three.
Wasn't Tykreel with us?
Techreel has mysteriously vanished.
As he does.
He left.
As he does.
He left a note saying it was too fancy for him. He went back home.
I wish he took me with him.
I like to think that everyone's just like, oh, he definitely stole something. What did he do?
Yeah, that's probably true.
Well, I can't imagine why they would bring us here. I don't know what we could have that would interest them other than those books.
We never told them what we have, so they don't even know.
Exactly, they don't know.
In fact, somebody should have probably screened us to make sure we weren't going to waste the king's time. Oh, actually, no, he did. He asked, didn't he?
What did he ask for?
Didn't the assistant ask us?
He, yes, I think we told him we got a note talking about an appointment to be set up with the king, and so we got an appointment for this morning, I believe.
But last night, didn't we tell him what we found?
Trent, did we tell him what we found?
You guys did tell him what you found.
Yes, we told him about the books. See? He slaps the books next to him.
Of course.
Raymond glares at the books, now associating them with memories of working on them all day.
Thank you, Raymond. Again. Although we probably shouldn't talk about it too loudly while we're here.
Yeah, you probably
Mhm.
shouldn't. Thank
He
you,
nods and
Raymond,
taps his
for joining
nose.
us on the Dungeon Delve.
Yes, it was mighty fine work you did down there. You kept us alive.
Thank you, Raymond.
That's not even just a cover story. I genuinely appreciated you down there.
He doesn't have very many things of appreciation to say, so he just makes a sound of like a crowd going, "Aw."
Aww.
I wonder what you did to hear that.
Raymond, you could say you're welcome. I mean, you're welcome. As gratitude, or
You're welcome.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't make him say it as a question. That'll just give the wrong idea.
yeah, that's why I said it the second time.
Yeah, he nods.
You're welcome.
Perfect. Good on you, Draymond. Good on you. We can make a gentleman out of you yet. Well, gentle bird.
Just chirps.
Wonder how long he's gonna make us wait.
Gax is just gulping down egg after egg.
Raymond
Yeah,
just kind of he's like looking at it with almost fear in his eyes.
Occasionally, a strip of bacon makes it in there.
I've just been imagining you guys are eating breakfast this whole time. I didn't know if you were waiting on something.
No,
Oh,
we're
we're-
just
we're-
eating breakfast, and then once we finish, we have like another
I
conversation.
feel like far after Raymond and Shell Rock are finished, Gax is still just.
Just the entire eggs at a time.
Yeah.
Well, after a while, you finish the eggs and bacon.
But only because they were gone.
There's none left. There's some French toast, but you
Nah.
guys didn't eat any of that.
I ate some, not a lot, but some.
Yeah, Raymond had a bunch.
I didn't want it to fill me up.
And some servers come in and they grab your plates and they take them away into the room on the far right. One of them says, "Someone will be here to pick you up shortly to take you to your appointment with the king."
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Gax just frowns and face palms.
Raymond looks over, wondering why he's doing it.
We're gonna be here for another hour.
Raymond shrugs. This is fancy. Oh, sorry, this is fancy. Foods.
You need another way of saying this is fancy? You could say this is fancy, or this is fancy.
This is
This
fancy.
is fancy.
This is fancy.
There you go. Good, Raymond. I like giving you lines to say.
I'm just gonna put "this is fancy" and then in parentheses in like 3 different ways.
You just like hearing your own voice.
That's entirely true. Thank you for pointing that out.
You're welcome.
But also, it's not entirely. I like other things too.
That's entirely true. He tries to mimic Sharok's voice.
I'm not even gonna write down that he can mimic Gax trying to mimic Shalrock now.
Oh, how confusing that's gonna get.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not even gonna try.
Start inceptioning mimicries.
Ooh.
You know, for the one who talks most of the time of the group, me, I'm not very charismatic.
And you know what? For Raymond being so charismatic, he sure doesn't talk a lot.
I mean, I talk a lot, but I'm not smart.
Well, I mean, you don't have to be smart to talk a lot.
I'm
I'm also
just look at
wise.
politics.
That's not what I said.
You just have to do your research.
Research
Which I
what?
don't know. Research on Well, I mean, many things. There's all sorts of things you do research on. What are you interested in?
It's a good question.
Not many interests. That's okay.
I am interested in gaining money and status.
Really?
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm interested in that a little bit too. Not as much. I happen to like knowledge more. I'd really like to learn more about what, especially you know, with your non-deity powers, divine powers. I wonder how that happens.
Did you
How do
find
the
out
gods
anything
get
from those
their
books?
powers? Oh well, no, just learned about a couple of older gods.
Hmm.
One of them destroys, one of them gives. It's interesting.
Well, I really hope not to be the first.
Well, maybe they were true gods, maybe they weren't, but they're long gone now.
Hmm.
Maybe they're what caused the calamity, the apocalypse, the whole world reformation. What caused the inside to become, or the outside to become the inside of the world, if you know what I mean.
Yes and no. I've heard stories. Something about a great flash of light.
Well, it's true, not very many people do know what happened. But that is my goal, to learn and research and find out more about how it happened, why it happened, and not only that, but questions about the gods themselves, you know.
I'm also interested in learning how to apply the hover oil to my hover saddle.
Shh. We don't import that. But yes, we can research that.
He just stares at you wide-eyed. What do I do?
Nothing. Don't do anything. Just be quiet. Thanks, Raymond.
Raymond nods.
Well, I guess at this point we've talked out.
I just realized the shush that he did is Gax because I wrote down that he knows a Gax to shush.
Did you?
Awesome. I love making notes about who said what.
It's a pretty big list.
Just only
Tycriel
gonna
has
keep
the
getting
least
bigger.
things. Oh yeah, it is. It's gonna be so hard to find things to say. It already is so hard.
Your vocabulary is only going to keep expanding.
After you guys are done talking, about 5 minutes later, there's a servant at the door. He's a well-dressed man in striped pants going vertically. They are nice blue and white, with a blue and white striped shirt going vertically as well. He wears white gloves with blue roses etched on the back of them. I'm here to collect you.
Wonderful. We've been waiting.
Gax just
Follow me.
stares at him like wide-eyed, like deer in the headlights.
Come, Gax. Look at the floor if you can't look up.
Okay.
Follow me.
Raymond comes along a little nervous, seeing that Gax is
I'm just striding along as confident as can be.
ringing little bird hand.
And you guys make your way to the throne room.
Gax kneels where he is.
As Gax kneels, Raymond is revealed behind him, and he quickly kneels.
I will take a couple of steps forward. I kneel on the ground with the other two, and I say, "We come at your summons, King."
You see, the man on the throne is not the man you've realized. He's grown very thin and very pale.
Ooh, we've
Wait,
met the
his
king
right
before,
arm-
right?
It's the same guy.
It's the same guy. He's just grown very thin and very pale since the last time you saw him.
Oh.
Oh
Oh,
crap!
that's not good.
His right arm is completely bound in what appears to be wrappings, as if he's been injured. And he has his hand suspended on his left. Yes, what can I do for you?
You summoned us, King. told us to make an appointment with thee.
Did I? Oh, I guess I did. Do you have anything to report on the vault?
We found some tomes. 5 tomes of a series referring to alchemy and the creation or the founding or the discovery of magic. I don't remember exactly what it was, but we brought them here for your attention, review of whatever.
Okay. He snaps with his left hand. One of the guards over here not guards, servants over here comes and collects the books. Turns around and walks up to the king, stopping shy of the throne. He picks up the first one and shows it to the king. He's like, okay, you brought me books. I take it they present to something to do with melting magic with metal?
Well, I think it's the basis of it. Before the actual discovery of the thing, we didn't find the actual secret yet. We still have to do more exploring.
Okay, then what the hell are in these books?
Tell him the title.
King, the name of the book is Alchemy, the Making of Computers.
Those black
5-part
box,
series.
that black box you brought up the first time?
Yes, that's a computer. These books explain how alchemy was used in making these.
Ah, I guess that deserves some reward. I suppose your rent shall be paid for another 6 months.
Fantastic, King. I thank thee.
By the way, you are suspended from delving for the next 2 weeks.
May I ask why, King?
I sent a battalion down to go try and find some supplies, and they were all. Then none of them came back.
The whole battalion? How many?
Yes, I
how
said
many did you send?
a whole battalion of 25 guards down to retrieve some supplies.
25. I kind of look at the others for a second.
Oh no. Raven thinks about it for a second, then realizes.
We only encountered 5 of them in the school, I believe. I don't even know if they were the soldiers. They were just 5 people.
We weren't anywhere near the school.
Interesting.
Raymond quietly, very quietly, so the others can hear, makes the noise that the robots were making.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
How many of those were there again?
There was a bunch of them.
I would have counted. Do I remember how many there were, Trent?
We did count. I remember that.
You remember 25.
Oh,
Oh boy!
wait. So was there 20 in that courtyard, or was there 25 in that courtyard?
There were 25 in that courtyard.
The adventurers were somebody
Okay, so-
else.
The event, yeah. Okay, so the people were okay. Well, I believe it is dangerous down there.
You don't say. I went down myself.
You did.
You see him kind of like rubbing his forehead in a mix between anguish and disappointment.
Well, sir, if you allow us to go back one more time, we will not return until we have learned this secret.
I can't allow anyone to go down until either A, we find what happened to the battalion, and get the last wishes sent off to their families, or B, we close it off completely.
Well, I believe we can find the battalion.
This is not a job I want adventurers doing.
Then who are you going to let do it then? Another battalion?
I have sent down an elite group, and you better watch your town.
How many were in this elite group, sir?
I sent down an elite group of 7. They entered in at the north gate, same place where we entered in. That school you talked of is almost dead center. Everyone knows not to go there.
I kind of look at the other two.
Gax is
Why
just
not?
keeping his eyes on the rug.
The center is where the Guardians are the most.
Well, the school is where most of the learning and knowledge is.
It may be, but my groups do not go anywhere near the center. That's why I have you Copper City fools do it.
Alright.
Now, if you've got nothing more, get out, as
Yep.
he slams his right hand on his throne. So Gax and Raymond, when he slammed his right hand down, you both heard a metallic click.
Oh. Is that the hand that's all wrapped up?
Indeed, it is.
Your Majesty,
Raymond's-
if this beast may address the court.
What do you want, beast?
I couldn't help but notice the sound of your hand.
It's the sound of a hand hitting wood.
Raymond mimics the sound, bringing out more of the metal clanging part.
I think we know what happened to your battalion.
And what would that be?
There was a group of about 25 robots outside the school.
Okay. There's a lot of robots down there.
These robots were perfectly in line, and there was exactly 25 of them.
As if they were an army unit.
I'll send a messenger to let my elite squad know. But for now, no delving. I've already sent news to the Adventurers Guild. They will not issue any permits.
Well, my lord, is there anything else we may do in this 2 week time then?
Do as you please, you're citizens of Silver City now. You're out of the copper slums. Improve your house, pick up a hobby. I don't care.
Alright. Thank you, King.
And with that, he shoos you guys away with his left hand again.
Alright, you guys sit there around.
Gex gives another head bow and then stands up and turns around and walks out.
Yeah. Yeah, Raymond.
Oops.
So he as he goes out, he mutters, "Copper City fool," and shakes his head angrily.
I just look at Raymond, I'm like, what?
I grab
He sounded just like the king when he said that.
I grab Raymond's beak. Do not imitate the king. You will get us killed.
He looks at you with wide eyes, then just nods, scared.
I let go.
And you guys are ushered out of the palace. You're brought
Great.
back to the main road by a servant. This will take you back down to Silver City. It'll take you along the north road, goes all the way, it's a straight line. I don't see how you guys could miss it, though you are Copper City idiots. Have fun.
Well, technically, we're Silver City idiots now. You have
Doesn't
a
matter
great
what you are now.
platinum
it matters
day
what
to
you-
you, sir, and I walk away.
Was this the king's aide?
No, it was just a servant.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Gex
That's why I
ignores
talk
him.
to the servant in that manner.
Yeah.
Raymond just blows a raspberry at him. With no tongue.
Don't know
just
how
the
you can do
sound
that
of-
with a beak.
It's the sound of a raspberry.
Oh,
He just
okay.
mimics the noise of a raspberry. He can't actually do that.
Okay.
I mean, it works the same. You just spit less.
Yeah, pretty much.
And the guard looks at you with the weirdest mix of shock and awe. It's about 4 p.m. by the time you guys make it back to the Silver City Gate. You guys are free to do as you wish. I mean, it's 4 p.m. Lights down isn't really till 6 or 7, so. And by lights down, I mean sunset.
Shell
Are we
rock.
at the flat right now?
No, you're about here-ish, still walking south.
Okay.
Shell rock.
Yes.
What would have turned that many people? Those spiders could not have turned 25 people.
I honestly don't know. Maybe they have some thing down there that converts people or things, or maybe they have a factory of some kind. Maybe they have, I don't know. Maybe something. I don't understand what's going on, but we have 2 weeks. I guess we can just try to figure it out.
What if we sneak
Uh,
down?
No,
No one knows of our
if we
entrance.
sneak. Or how are we going to get through the Silver City Gate
I don't know.
to get to the Delve?
Is there a big wall around the city?
There is a big wall around every individual section.
Even copper?
So the circles. No, the copper is open to the elements.
Yeah.
But every circle you see here on the map is a wall.
About how approximately high is the Silver City wall?
About how high is the Silver City one?
Yeah.
That one's stands about 50, 60 feet.
Mm.
Well, there is one thing I could do. I have a spell. Let me see. It's called Spider Climb. I can touch you and give you the ability to climb over a wall.
Raymond points at Gax, then points at himself, and then says, "I'm fine."
Yes, you're right. Gax could carry you. I could cast it on Gax, and Gax could do it.
Raymond shrugs.
I
I
think
was supposed to reference it. He has slow fall, so.
But I do not want to do this. I don't. Nope.
Hmm.
I'd rather just wait the 2 weeks.
But what if something happens to the group?
Not my problem.
Raymond once again mimics the metal clang of the king's arm.
Not my problem either. The king did what he thought was right or best, I don't know, but he paid the consequences for it. So
They're becoming robots. And then he points at himself. Tech spiders.
you're right. Say, Gax, didn't you get bit by one of those spiders?
Yes, the metal clung to me, but could not stick.
Why couldn't it?
I don't know. Could I have cured the
Could you-
king?
Maybe. Do you know lesser restoration?
Maybe. I don't know, like, how my powers work, really. I just will them into existence.
Raymond points at himself and starts waving his arms.
What, Raymond, what?
Could you cure the king? And he points to himself. And he says,
You
Raymond could cure the king?
Cure Raymond?
The king?
No,
The king.
I
Cure
think
the
he's
king.
saying he can cast lesser restoration.
You can do it.
He waves his arms, kind of like a kinda gesture.
Well, I don't know if lesser restoration would work. Maybe you would need greater restoration.
He shrugs.
Or maybe some other spell that we've never heard of. I don't know.
Magic is complicated.
Raymond
It
nods.
is. It's my life work. I endeavor to understand these things if I can.
Well, I guess if we're not gonna go help the elite group, I'm gonna go see you to a personal errand.
Oh yes, do you want any company?
I'll do it tomorrow.
Alright. Well, I would like to stop by the Adventurers Guild at some point and see if they have any other quests.
Raymond nods at that.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are plenty of things to do. Maybe.
It's not quite dark. Do we want to stop on our way back?
Sure, yeah, we can stop there now.
You guys do indeed head yourselves to the Adventurers Guild. You arrive at the Adventurers Guild, you see that the stalls are open, but there's no one really down here.
We'll head upstairs.
You head upstairs, and no one's really here either. You see one receptionist sitting at the table.
Is it
The
Fior?
bar keeps their... It is indeed Fior this time.
Ugh. Remember, she... Okay, never mind. Just go.
Hello, dear.
What do you want?
Well, we were wondering if there were any quests available that did not have to do with leaving the city.
Not at the moment.
Any for Copper City?
No, the king's ordered all gates shut. No one
Wait.
is allowed to leave their cities.
Completely?
There's slight foot traffic for those who live in different cities, but no one is allowed in or out for any other purpose.
Very odd.
What are some
This is
purposes?
insane.
Sorry, what?
Oh, he was just saying this is insane.
Is there any reason we could transfer... Not transfer, but go between the wall? Like visiting family or friends?
I mean, I'd have to get in touch with the Copper City Guild and see if there's even alive still.
She'd be...
Alive? What do you mean by alive?
I can't have you leaving without proper reason.
Well, I mean,
I'd
yes,
have
no,
to
no, no,
make
no,
sure
no.
that-
She wouldn't be dead. She works on construction. She doesn't go delving or anything.
Alright, we'd also have to make sure that she's actually real.
I'll...
If you give me the name, I'll have someone go out first thing in the morning and try to find her. You should have your answer by midday tomorrow.
Could you get something to her for me instead?
I suppose so.
How much would that cost?
A silver.
Done.
And you guys have realized that she also looks pale today. She doesn't look sickly pale, but she looks like she has lost a bit of sleep.
Interesting.
Gax hands over a copper and a sack.
He takes it. She'll take both.
Her name is Yulissa.
She'll slide. Alyssa?
Yes. And then he
Is
starts
that-
to describe
is
where
that-
he last knew where she lived.
She takes down your directions. Is there a last name?
I don't think she had one.
Okay. Well, in that case, expect maybe 2 days. If you don't hear anything from us by then, check back in.
All right.
He nods.
And you look a little tired. You should probably get some rest.
You know the saying, no rest for the wicked.
Yes. He turns around.
Can Raymond attempt a medicine check to see if he knows of any illnesses she may...
Sure.
Just in case.
She doesn't look to be ill. She looks to be grief-stricken.
Well, that's not good.
I'll give you one guess.
Yeah, Raymond just would frown, but he literally cannot. He does
As
an
we get
emotional frown.
out of earshot, I lean over to Gax and I say, "Maybe her husband is in the battalion that got lost."
My exact thought. He never said which group the battalion was from.
No, he didn't.
No delving. Insane, Raymond says, folding his arms angrily.
He's just over here saying this to her.
No!
He's
Oh, I
just-
forgot! Ah!
That would be the best. No,
No
delving.
delving, pointing at.
So Trent, I believe I would have an idea of the inner workings of how the economy works. Is it largely based around the delving?
There's other jobs. There's soldiers. There's farmers. It
If
really
there's
depends.
soldiers, do I know of other countries or peoples that we might be at war with?
You know, there are other, like, kingdoms, but none that have been at war for a while now.
Interesting. Okay, so there are other kingdoms in this world.
Just not within earshot.
No, not at all. Probably far, far away.
Well, that takes care of my personal errand. Let's go get some dinner.
Sure. I'm running a little low on silver.
Gax cooking.
64.
Anything you want in particular?
He gives you just this incredulous look as if he could say.
I've probably said the
Fried-
name of everything I've made.
I
I
guess
do
that's
think
true.
Fried chicken. Back on the main street, I believe there could be more food shops nearby, right? Instead of just
Correct.
Hamlet and Granny being way over there's probably more, smaller places.
There's a couple of stalls, but
We can go shopping tomorrow.
We're
It's
gonna have
late.
to if we're gonna be here for 2 weeks.
Yeah. We'll have to ration our supplies, maybe a little bit. Find another way to earn money, maybe.
Ugh.
Raymond is still cross.
Alright, well, I guess we head back to our flat then.
and back to the flat you go.
Let me see
Gax
what kind
wants
of
to
books
look
I have.
for signs of forced entry.
At our flat?
Yeah, because we were talking before about how somebody might be targeting us.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's why he wants to just look.
You see no hint of anything.
That's a pretty good roll for just looking.
Yeah. He's satisfied with that and he goes to bed. Or no, he makes food.
Yes.
Because people want to eat.
Oh wow.
It's the first time I've
I
rolled
didn't know-
below a 14 for my
I
food.
didn't know that was the cooking check. That means Raymond's technically better at cooking.
Mm-hmm.
You will make something that's not as good as you have in the past. It's not terrible, but you slightly burnt the chicken a bit.
Gaxt is very sulky about this.
Oh, I
Okay.
could replace that 9, that 6 with a 14.
Oh, it's
just
the end of the day, so you might as well, honestly.
just
Yeah?
to do it.
Boom!
You replace the 14
I
with the 17.
changed fate.
So basically, you saw that I was gonna burn the food, and you're like, Gax, check your chicken.
Whoa. I just like waved my hand a little bit and I was like, think again. And then you're like, oh, whoa, no.
Thank you,
Just
Shellrock.
go back in time just a little bit to fix.
And you guys have one of the best meals you've had since Gax's cooking.
I guess we go to sleep. I think I want to study one of my books. I already went through the Wanderer and the Ghastly. I'll read Pathway to the Stars tonight.
Pathways to the Stars, you realize, is a love story.
Oh, great. I'm interested though.
Between a man named Array and a woman named Philo.
Ooh.
It tells of a story of Philo from a different planet called Mars. And the man named Array lived on Earth. He always wanted to visit, the Mars and the Martian people, and so one day he became what you would call a space adventurer and explored the stars above. He found his love on Mars, and they went off and adventured the rest of the galaxy together.
No struggles or strife, just happy ending.
You find a couple struggles and strife dealing with weird creatures you do not know called aliens.
I know
But
what the
every
word
time
means.
it seems, yes.
Do we think it
But
means
every
like
time-
immigrants or something?
All of these immigrants. This one has claws.
But each
I mean,
time it
guess
seems
it's not
that
too far
love
from-
pulled them from the problem, and their love grew.
Perfect. Wow.
They sailed off into the Milky Way.
After I
That-
finish the book, I think about the life I could have had. Then shake my head and go, nah.
Oh, with that, the night passes and the morning arises. You guys wake up to a slightly dismal day. There's a bit of cloud cover and a little light drizzle, but nothing seems to be off.
Alright.
Cool.
Plans for the day? We should probably maybe look for one of those jobs that you were talking about.
Delving, Raymond said.
I'd be down for that, but Shalrock doesn't want to.
Well, we can't delve. We have to wait 2 weeks.
Raymond just kind of folds his arms and sulks like an angry child.
Sorry, can't get past the rules.
As you guys are sitting there, there's a knock at the door, followed by a
Oh,
note
wow, we're
slipped
popular.
underneath the door.
I go pick up the note. Alright. Meet me when the reverse of the word that is spelled the same forwards as backwards, where knowledge is abound under the natural light. Your friend Thebes. Meet
Raymond
me
starts
when...
thinking.
What? The reverse of the word that is spelled the same forwards as backwards. Where
Race
knowledge is
car.
This doesn't make any sense.
Raymond's like pulling out a piece of paper and writing down all of the what do you call those?
Word.
Parabolas?
What's the word for
No, no, no.
that?
It
I
starts with a
don't
P,
know.
right?
I think it starts with a P.
Palindrome.
Palindrome.
Ah!
He
Yeah.
starts writing down all the palindromes he knows.
But it's a
Yeah,
palindrome
race
that's a
car.
location.
Race car.
Yeah.
I don't think we even have race cars.
Taco Kid?
It's true. Yeah. Mom, it's not wrong. What was the second part?
Where knowledge is abound under the natural light.
Oh, I can pull it up.
This is quite interesting. I go to the door, I open it, look up and down the hall, see if I can see who put it.
There is
Oh.
no one there.
The
I figured.
Raymond points at the message at the name and says, "Thebes told us he wouldn't tell anyone."
Tell anyone about what?
He
That we found
shrugs.
that site?
Yes, our
He
site.
just-
He's saying that he recognizes the name.
He nods.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we know
Well, you have a
thieves.
point there. Maybe... How would the king or anyone else know where this cave was if we didn't tell anyone and thieves didn't tell anyone?
Well, the king might not have known where our cave was, just that our cave connects to his.
That's true. Maybe he didn't know that the top of the tower there was another cave. Well, alright.
We weren't at the top of a tower.
Well, the giant tower?
Oh.
Oh, Raymond points. He writes down.
Noon.
Oh.
It's
When-
when the reverse of the word is spelled the same as for respect.
Noon. Where
Patient is palindrome.
knowledge is abound under the natural light. So now we just need to find where the knowledge of the natural light is. What?
Why did he give us a riddle?
Knowledge is abound.
This is
Knowledge
frustrating.
is abound. It must be a place with many books open to the sky or a skylight or something.
I honestly didn't think you guys would have this much of an
Mhm.
issue with it.
Of course. That's because you made
Riddles
the riddle.
are always riddles are always easier when you make it up.
It's
So I will
obvious
say,
to the
good
person
job
who
on
makes it up.
figuring out when.
Dude, I was so proud of myself.
Mhm.
No, we figured it out. Yeah, I was thinking moon, but the noon never came to my head.
Moom.
sorry. So moon.
Let's go to Moom.
I can't say you guys don't have one yet. You're close, but not quite there.
Noon is not right.
When the reverse of the word. Wait.
Wait, so noon
Yes.
isn't correct?
Meet me when the reverse of the word that is spelled the same for.
Oh, the reverse of the word.
Oh.
Midnight.
Yep.
Not noon, midnight.
Yeah.
Oh.
The opposite, the reverse. Okay, well, that makes sense.
My
but
my
still,
contribution is
where?
purely to Shellrock having a high intelligence,
Thank you.
because Gax isn't doing any of this.
Well, where knowledge is bound on the natural light. Yeah.
Where have we been?
The bank, Adventures Guild, Nix's Fixes, Hamlet, Granny.
We've been to a library, but it's not the library.
Library was closed when we went there.
Well, yeah, but the library itself isn't under natural light.
Maybe it is.
Graveyard.
No. I don't think knowledge is abound in graveyards.
If you guys
Maybe death.
If you guys want to give me an intelligence check, maybe the DM will help me out.
Yes, I will give you an intelligence check.
That's Raymond's worst score.
Would I be proficient in anything like history, investigation,
Poor Sherlock stuck here with these two dummies.
or just intelligence?
Just intelligence.
Uh-oh.
Oh, come on. Oh, I didn't do my portent for today.
Maybe the portent will save us.
No, I have to do it before I roll. That's the problem. But I got a crit 20 and an 18 on those.
Nice.
Oh, that's really good.
So the next thing I want a success on, I can just succeed.
Gax,
Just auto
just
crit.
for the heck of it, please.
You-
Alright, I'll use 18 on this intelligence check.
Yeah, let's do it. I guess I have as much a chance as Raymond does. Eh.
Well,
Yeah,
You do realize that under the natural light means it's on the top world, under the light of stars, moon, and sun.
Okay.
yeah.
So it probably just means library.
Share with your party members. See
Uh,
what they think.
Do you think natural light just means surface?
Yes, I already figured that out.
What? Oh, okay. I'll
Natural
shut up
light,
then.
obviously. Stars, sunlight, yada yada. It's natural, obviously.
Okay.
Sorry, Gax. I already thought of that. As a player, I already thought of that. So
Yep.
I was like, that's not much of a hint.
I know, it's just... He doesn't really have much else to say to contribute, so I guess that's the only thing he can
I'm
say.
just trying to think of a weird knowledge is abound. You know, there's this. We're in a whole freaking city here. It could be anywhere. You know.
I guess, is there a local knowledge check we could make to know of the nearby library?
We know of one.
Yeah, we were outside that library. We never went in, but do I remember if there was like anything special about it?
You know, it is the only library in this entire section of the city.
Oh,
There's one on the east, west, and south gates.
okay. Well,
There's-
oh, I just remembered. There are only 4 libraries in Silver City. One on the north gate, east, west, and south. So I assume that this library, close by, is the one Thebes is referring to where knowledge is abound.
Wait, doesn't the city have a curfew, though?
They do.
So how are we supposed to be out at midnight? Yeah, that's one way.
Yes, you're right, Raymond. We could be quiet. If only Tigers was here to help us out with that.
You know, every time you shush in my voice, it scares the hell out of me.
Raymond disappears and oh no! Raymond tries to sneak under the table and bonks his head on it.
Dunk.
What are you doing?
It mimics like Tykeel's voice. Ow.
You're a funny lad.
He comes out rubbing his head.
Better than that. Like Tiger's a lot better at that than you.
Raymond frowns.
I mean, an 11's pretty good, but at the same time,
His bonus is higher than Tykeel's, which is the saddest part.
I passed the perception's 13, so I still saw you go under.
Oh no! Easily everyone saw and heard the bonk.
Yeah.
The whole table shook with the bonk.
He's got a little goose egg coming out of his feathers.
Oh, not a goose egg. That's a racist term.
You have a raven egg coming out of your head.
Thank you.
It's blue with spots.
Okay, well, should we go walk by the library today? During the daytime and scope it out and see if we can find a spot where we can hide out till midnight?
Raymond nods.
I'm not good at the sneaking thing.
Well, we don't have to sneak right now. What we need to do is find a spot where we can stay low and hidden without having to sneak anywhere and just pop out when it's midnight.
If you say so,
If we can find a spot, it doesn't mean anything if we can't find a spot. By the way, Gaxed, I do have a spell. It's called Invisibility. I could cast that on you.
I mean, he starts like shaking his shoulders and you like very loud clanking of armor. Doesn't really help much.
Don't bring the armor.
He frowns. I need this.
There's other kinds of armor you can use. I mean, I don't have armor that you can use, but
I mean, I don't think he'll need all of us, right?
well, you never know what could happen.
Why
We
don't-
could use you in a pinch.
Hmm.
Raymond just writes down on the paper that he has, you don't have to move.
True, yes. If we can find a hiding spot, you won't have to be moving anywhere.
That sounds annoying.
Which means you can be a lot more stealthy that way.
Okay.
Well, I'd say we go shopping, and on the way to the shopping area, we stop by the bank/library and check it out, scope it out. I'll probably try to go in and see if I can see what kind of knowledge they have here at the library. Ooh, Tyclo would be good for a job like this. Oh well.
I guess Raymond could sneak there and he could perfectly send any message he has to the party.
Yeah, but Thebes doesn't know you. He wouldn't.
That's a very good point.
And you don't know Thebes, so you wouldn't even know who you're looking for.
That is also a very good point. Raymond just gets kidnapped by someone else.
Are you Thebes?
Thieves! Follows some random dude.
Yeah, he just.
Yeah.
He was never seen again.
I could be Thebes if you pay me enough.
Ah! God!
Alright, well, I guess we set out from the flat here, and we head to the bank / library.
Alrighty, you guys head back out to the city. It takes you guys about 45 minutes to get to your bank, to the city. You guys haven't even opened a bank account, so you guys don't even need to worry about the bank.
Perfect.
Correct.
You see the library is its grandstanding as it was the day you guys came. Nice white marbles, pillars on the outside. There's some etching above the top saying, "All who wish knowledge are welcome."
Awesome, I walk in.
You walk in. Inside, you are met.
Completely forgetting about what we're here for.
Mhm.
You walk in and you see a bunch of bookshelves of oak wood, lined from wall to wall with books. It's about half the size of the library you guys were in down at the vault.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't have the second story.
Interesting.
Ah!
I turn to them like, I want to go back to the one in the vault.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, some other time. But right now, we're here! I'm gonna start looking around for a librarian or something.
Where exactly are you looking for a librarian?
I don't know. There's someone in here. I would look for someone until I find someone.
You find a couple of people, none of which are the librarian.
I'm looking for the librarian, dang it!
They point to a small little gnome standing behind a bookshelf.
Ah, my people.
I thought you were
I
human.
walk up to the
Human.
gnome. I am human. But these people are seekers of knowledge.
Ah.
I am a knowledge servant.
Savant.
I believe the proper pronunciation is savant.
No, it's savant.
Savant!
I'm a savant.
I am quit the savant.
Quit the savant over there. You guys doing savant over there? Quit the savant.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, what can I do for you?
Ma'am,
It's a sir.
it's a sir.
He's
Excuse
tiny,
me.
so he has the high voice.
Get hold of yourself, Sherlock.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm here. I'm new here to this library. I've never been here before. Is there any books on magic?
Not really. That's what normally kept at the academies.
Ah, of course. Yes. I know that. I was hopeful. That's all right. Well, do you have any knowledge on the gods, the pantheon?
Yeah, books down 2 aisles to the right, middle of the shelf, third level from the top.
Thank you. I go to that exact spot.
In that exact spot is the exact book you are looking for.
Oh, good. Or a book that lists all the gods in the pantheon. DM, do you have a list of all the gods in your pantheon?
It is the same as the books that you picked up down in the underground in the Immortal Vault, other than it is lacking 2 distinct ones.
Ghastly and Wanderer.
Exactly.
Interesting. Are there any gods of are there any gods that are like that don't have a purpose? Like a really specific purpose?
They all seem to have some purpose to somebody.
Gax just stands uncomfortably near the entrance.
Raymond's gonna be peeking around to see if he can find any good spots where they could like get behind something and stand there all day or something, or any good just back rooms that people don't seem to be going into or anything.
Investigation check, Raymond.
This investigation is bad. Let's see how this.
I think if you're looking around for something, that's more perception rather than investigation. Because investigation is more of a looking closely at something.
Investigation works in this instance, I would say.
It does, but perception, it's okay. That's just what I would rule different.
It's up to Trent.
Yeah, I say it's
Trent.
fine.
We stick with the investigation.
All right.
You find a door in the very back of the place leading somewhere you don't know.
Raymond's gonna try to stealthily peek inside.
Bump.
You cannot open this door. It is locked.
He's gonna look around for someone with a key.
The only man with a key you see is the small little gnome that works at the library.
Oh, what do you know? He's being distracted right now, isn't
Mm-hmm.
Not really.
He's putting books on the shelf.
He was, yeah, a second ago.
he? Oh, okay.
I could definitely
Ray-
provide a distraction.
Raymond's just gonna go over there and casually slip by and accidentally find the key in his hand.
Give me a casual sleight of hand.
Can I see this happen?
Can you?
Probably not.
Okay, well, never mind. Because I was gonna use pretend, but that's fine.
Now you cannot see this happen by any stretch of the imagination. Your hand whisks in and out as if it were the wind itself. You now have a key in your hand.
Now Raymond meanders his way back over to the back door and is going to see what's in.
You open it up and it leads out back to an alleyway.
Oh.
On the right and left are small little, what appear to be fences to keep things from coming in, and a bunch of small barrels, probably from the bank.
He's just going to slip out there and check the barrels to see if they're empty.
They are not empty. Give me a con check.
Oh, no!
Save.
Oh shit! What?
I'm full of rotten garbage.
You indeed open a barrel of rotten garbage and apple cores.
Second time!
The smell makes you vomit into the barrel itself, only adding to the stench.
Man, Raymond sure barfs a lot.
So do birds,
yeah.
so...
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, he barfs into the barrel for a while, looks around to make sure nobody saw, wipes his mouth, and puts the lid back on.
You hear a squelch as you put the lid back on.
Oh.
Raymond remembers the noise of that squelch and then goes,
Oh, no!
No, Raven, no!
I might need it!
Please, never!
What if someone's like, I need to hear the most disgusting thing?
It's a very specific
Anyway.
quest.
Raymond's gonna slip by and come back in through the back stealthily once again. And then he's going to walk over back to that gnome. He's gonna look around. Are there any other doors?
There's the doors out to the manway, a small door to the right, and the door in the back that you just came from. The door to the right is behind the counter.
Alright, yeah. Raymond's gonna go up to the gnome that he got the key from, and he taps his shoulder and then says in like a little kid's voice, "You dropped this!"
Oh, why, thank you.
He gives the key back.
You'll take the key.
Yeah, then he walks away. His work is done, accomplishing nothing.
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah. He's gonna see if he can still, like, if there's any good, like, corners, like, between bookshelves or anything.
The bookshelves tend to just line the wall. There's nothing really jetting out. There's some tables on the main floor, but They're small square ones, sitting maybe 4 people.
Hmm. Oh, Raymond's all out of ideas.
Didn't get the answer I wanted, so I guess I will continue browsing the books, just looking for anything interesting to.
You find a couple books, but nothing you haven't read before.
Yeah, of course. Alright, well, at this point, I'm gonna go outside the library and look around and see if there's any nearby houses, homes, shops, places. Probably go around it a couple times, see if there's anything anywhere we can hide.
You see a couple of back alleys that go behind some of the buildings. One on either side of the library.
So is the library like snug between 2 buildings?
It's got a small gap in between them, enough for maybe 1 to 2 people to fit through, depending
Okay.
on size.
Is there anything at the end of these alleys?
As you look down, you see there's a small pathway veering off to the right at the end of the building, and then it goes on to the other street.
How busy is the street we're standing in currently? Before going into the alley.
It is the main street. It's fairly busy.
Oh, okay, so the library's on the main street. I thought it was behind the bank. Okay.
They're like side by side.
Oh,
They're close enough that I didn't need to put 2 different things there for.
I see.
Probably don't want to hide in the bank.
Nope.
That'll give them the wrong idea.
Yep. My creativity's all run dry right now. Anybody else have an idea?
Really, about the only hiding place you find is that same alleyway that you puked in a barrel.
Yeah, it's a fine alleyway.
How cluttered is it?
It's got a couple good barrels and what looks to be a fence/gate on either side.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Raymond will kind of beckon the party to follow him over there and show it off.
Okay.
It smells pretty bad back here. What do they throw away?
Raymond makes the squelching noise.
Whoa, why would you do that?
Hey, what? Where did you hear that, Raymond?
He points at one of the barrels.
Okay, keep it closed. I don't think I'm interested to see what's inside that.
Oh, there's actually a map for this alleyway.
How do you know if their area is important? There's a map.
Wait, why is my... Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Every time I move my character, my screen would move with it.
Huh.
Don't ask me.
Well, I'm big and I'm wearing armor. I guess I will try and hide in the barrel, behind them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and move things around so I can get behind them, and then just like squat down,
You do so well.
cover myself back up.
So what are these rectangles?
Those are the fence kind of deals.
Are they solid or see-through?
They are solid. Think kind
So
of
I
like
can
a
just hide
wooden.
behind the fence.
Think kind of like a wooden fence kind of deal.
Okay.
Raymond is just gonna hide around this corner using the shadows of the alleyway to help blend in.
Man, I'm not looking forward to this.
As Raymond's over here in this corner, he takes out one of the markers that he has and starts just kind of doodling with it to pass the time.
Graffiti.
Just very small graffiti.
Well, there are more things we can do during the day. We still have a full day ahead of us.
I can't do much from in here.
Then get out. Let's move on. We'll come back. Sorry, I didn't think of it until just now.
by the gods, starts moving things around, comes out.
We'll come
Disgusting.
back when it's time.
I like being dirty. I don't like
How
being
long
smelly.
is it till noon?
It's about noon now.
Okay.
So 12 hours.
It is now the time that it is spelled the same forwards as backwards.
Mm-hmm.
But not the reverse of it.
No.
Unless you reverse the spelling. Stinky, don't open.
I'd set on the top of the barrel.
So I guess we leave the alleyway and we...
Where are we
I'm
going?
going to look around. Do I see any guards? How prevalent are they in the city?
You see a couple of police officers maybe every 10 minutes.
We're just standing in this alleyway.
Is there one near this bank?
There's always one posted on the outside of the bank near the door.
But we're on the same side of the street as the library, which is the bank, right next to the library. So he's looking away from the alleyway where we are.
Correct.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. So he wouldn't be seeing us.
Which one's the library? Is it this one?
Yes, that one's the library.
It was this
The
one?
building behind it is just a building.
Just a building.
The bank is
Oh,
off
and
here
then-
to this side, to the right.
Okay.
Okay. So this is an alleyway on the side of the library.
Correct.
Meaning the main street is out here.
Double points for Gryffindor.
Cool. Sorry, I just didn't get a clear explanation earlier. So cool. All right.
Raymond's-
Well,
Raymond is stumped as to what to do.
Yeah, we don't have much to do.
we could just go explore the city, I guess. Just wander around, see what we find.
What do we want to find?
Drinks! Raymond says.
Yeah, if I'm gonna be sitting in trash for a couple hours.
Pub crawl.
Just try not to get too wasted. We're gonna be
Well,
doing a
maybe
job
not
after
pub
all.
crawl then.
Drink, 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 drink!
All right, let's get drinks.
Sure.
Once again, as he says that, it does sound like a whole inn full of people shouting that.
I guess we just wander until we find an inn.
Yeah. I'll order everyone drinks. Grab us a table.
Sure. Yeah. All right. I find a table.
Yeah, Raymond goes over, I guess, as they get some alcohol. Raymond goes over with some ale and he says, "Drink, you little bird!" And he starts drinking.
Wow.
Raymond, did you?
You must have been in quite the tavern.
Yeah, are you okay?
Yeah, he nods and just does a drunken man's.
Okay. Slightly disturbed, but okay.
It seemed more of like a drink, you funny bird, like a. Oh yeah, he starts drinking. He gets super drunk real easy.
Well, shall
Roll
rock.
for- Oh dang! He does.
Nice.
What?
What's your story? How did you get kicked out of the Magic Academy?
Well, the thing is, I wasn't kicked out. Voluntarily left the academy. After I learned as much as I wanted, they offered me an apprenticeship there to become a professor. And I didn't want to spend my time teaching, so I left. To find my own answers. Yep.
Oh, you bird. You able to tell us anything?
Raymond
taps his chin, trying to think of how to say things. Home tends to avoid me.
Avoids you.
Let's see. Going by yourself, Raymond.
Hmm.
You got bored of your home and left.
He does kind of like a shrug and a nod.
Were you an orphan?
He shakes his head.
You had a family.
Nods.
Are you from Silver?
He shakes his head.
Copper?
Shakes his head.
Really?
Are you from here in general?
He shakes his head.
You're from somewhere else? Forest?
He nods.
Alright. Is it far away from here?
Nods.
How the heck did you get into Silver?
He raises a finger and then thinks about it. Trying to think. Man, this is so hard to think of specific. I like you, bird. I like you, bird. Oh, you're so cute. And just like all these different people talking about how he's fun to have around.
So, someone pitied you into Silver City?
He nods.
The
Well, not pity.
strangest thing.
Interesting. I thought you had to do more than that. Well, I guess I'm not a cute bird.
He nods.
Most of us abnormals have a much harder time going anywhere.
Especially now. I wonder what's going on. Wait, we talked to the king directly. He seemed sick. And then he was closing all the gates, not allowing anyone to go through. Now...
I can go for a second pint. Anyone else?
I'll pass.
Raymond puts however much the alcohol is worth on the table. And yeah, Raymond's gonna start drinking those every once in a while. His I'll roll to see how well he's holding. Okay, he's pretty drunk now.
We are drinking in the middle-ish of the day, so we're sober by the nighttime.
Yeah, as he every once in a while he kind of babbles like disjointed, memorized words, just like occasional like ha 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 get more drinks. It's kind of
I think you've had enough, little bird.
I guess we just keep waiting.
We just talk.
Alrighty, you guys just wait, talk.
Raymond is occasionally sulks about how he doesn't get to go exploring more, 'cause that's what he likes.
I like that too.
I mean, we could explore the city. We could wander around, see what we find.
But you can't chop things up in a city.
I know, that's the problem.
I enjoy the thrill of battle.
Not a lot for us adventurers to do in a city, huh?
Well, he's going to poke himself and make himself completely sober.
That'd be the worst drinking partner.
I mean, he doesn't want to get a hangover or anything.
You guys look around town. You see Nix's Fixes has a help wanted sign.
Well, if somebody wants to get a job there.
Raymond points at it and tilts his head curiously, not sure what that
Toy shop. It's where we bought Monopoly.
is. Raymond would actually.
Yeah.
Oh, Raymond's gonna go over there.
I guess we follow.
Sure.
We are just wandering.
Raymond goes in. And
You walk in, you see the same old man that we all know and love. Dark skin, white eyebrows, nice white mustache, bald hair. A little hunched over, sitting in a chair. Ah, yes, welcome back.
Raymond points to the help wanted sign.
You're here for the job?
He nods.
Ah. Well, you are going to be an interesting one for this. But you see, I need help with moving some supplies around.
Oh, Raymond shakes his head and looks around for any like chunks of wood, because I imagine he makes toys out of wood.
You see nothing in the store part of the store.
He does have some whittling stuff. So he's gonna get out like a stick and then try to whittle it to look exactly like one of the toys that he already has.
You're not bad with that. Perhaps I'll take you on as an apprentice. It doesn't pay, but you'd learn to be better and possibly open your own shop after a while.
Woman's eyes sparkle.
I think that's exactly what he wants.
What do you need moved? How long would it take?
It's more of a weekly deal. They bring me my supplies to make my toys. I just need them moved once a week. My old bones can't do it.
I don't know if I can commit to once a week. We go down fairly often.
It would just be on the weeks you can. My son just had a kid with his wife. He's not available as much as he used to.
Delving is banned for 2 weeks, so I could do it for at least that long.
Ah, I can offer you 50 silver a week as long as you help.
Deal.
Alrighty.
When's next shipment?
Next shipment comes tomorrow night.
I'll be there.
Thank you. Please be here about 8
8?
p.m. Yes.
Isn't there a curfew in the city?
If you have a working permit, you don't need one. As he pulls out a piece of paper and a pen.
Oh, wonderful.
He writes a little note and gives it to you. It says Nix's fixes working permit. 8 p.m. to 3 a.m. But you can't read it anyway.
I'm gonna get Shellrock to read it when we leave.
Raymond holds out a hand.
Does it have a date on it? Like a specific day?
It just says recurring.
Ooh.
Raymond holds out his hand and does like a gimme motion to the guy.
I think he wants one for his apprenticeship.
He writes another one.
He takes it and smiles. A
Is it
bird
the same
smiles.
time period?
Can't.
His is a little bit longer. Yours goes from 7 p.m. till 7 a.m. Kind of grants you full access to moving around at night. You guys may need those as he walks around and back into the back of the store.
Thank you.
I look at the other two of you, I'm like, Raven, I have an idea. Let's go home.
What, didn't we have a thing?
What thing? Well, yes, we'll come back.
Okay.
But first, we need to something.
Oh. Raymond does like a wink and taps his beak looking at Shellrock thinking he figures out what he's thinking.
Shellrock winks at him.
Yeah, and Raymond's gonna start scurrying home with you guys again.
There's a lot of weird blinking going on. Are you two okay?
It's fine, guys. It's fine. You'll find out why.
Okay.
It's probably hard to tell if Raymond's winking or blinking because in order to look at somebody, he tilts his head sideways.
Blink, nose touch. Or beak touch.
So we exit Nix's fixes, and after we've exited and we're away from the nearest police officer that we see every 10 minutes, I turn to Raymond. I'm like, so with that permit you have, not the one you have, because that's the apprenticeship permit, but the one that Gaxt has, the 823. We could make another copy of that one and give it to me.
Yeah, Raymond is like already nodding halfway through you saying that, like he thought of the same.
Good, perfect. I'm glad we're on the same line.
I don't want to get that sweet old man in trouble.
Well, it'd only be for one night.
Could we at least put a different shop on there?
Well, yes, we
Raymond,
could.
as they're walking home, he's gonna look at some different store signs, so that he can copy the sign, like the actual sign text, so it looks more official.
You see some signs saying silver shipment in Comic Sans.
Comic Sans!
Yeah.
Well, is there one that isn't in Comic Sans?
The Adventures League Guild one is done in Times New Roman.
Great.
I don't know if that one will fly.
Yeah, I guess Silver Shipment it is.
There's not many reasons for an Adventurers Guild person to be walking around at night.
Yeah. Then they might actually start asking some serious questions.
Yeah.
So what's the current plan, guys?
Going home.
Well, actually, I kind of want to find some more shops. You know, like a blacksmith or something.
We know of a blacksmith.
Exactly. Wait, we do?
It's in the Notepad Collective. Black Iron Smith biggest business. As I say, in game.
Oh, that's the biggest business of Silver City. Because I was wanting to know at the bank when we were there the first time what the biggest business was. I don't know why. I forget why I wanted to know that now. But yeah, I guess there's a. That's the biggest. That's the biggest like.
We can see if we can find a local one. Is that what you're saying? Mom and
Yeah,
pop.
like a local one. You know, someone that would need help at night or something. You know. Yeah, you get a third permit here, so we can have 3 unique permits. Legit. You know?
I don't want to use my legit permit for nefarious purposes.
I agree, but we have to meet thieves, right?
Raymond thinks, guess I'm making 2 fake ones.
These permits allow us to be outside after 6.
I can't betray somebody's trust like that.
Fine, well, we don't have to betray Nix's trust, that's okay. But it only matters if we get caught. If the police officer finds us outside. If he doesn't, then we don't need the permit.
You know, the more you talk
Silver Shipment.
the more you talk about this, the less comfortable I am with actually doing it at all. I think I should stay home. I will only be a problem.
Well, if you so wish it to be. I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen, but
You two can do this.
Then give me your permit then.
No.
Raymond taps his shoulder and just points at himself. And mimics like a writing down in the air gesture.
Alright, fine, whatever. You just make your own. That's fine.
Are we at the apartment now?
Yes.
Alright, and Raymond's gonna get started on making a good old counterfeit. He's gonna be counterfeiting exactly what his looks like, but then replacing the part that says Nix's Fixes with silver ship.
Make a good copy. It looks almost identical. Paper's a little different, but that's it.
He'll give that to Shellrock, and then he's gonna make a copy for himself as well, just so that it's not suspicious that there's 2 people out for different business.
So
we'll go with the
on this
24 for that
copy-
one, and it's an exact copy.
Alright, never mind.
So you guys wait until about 11 o'clock. It'll only take you 45 minutes to get to the library. And you guys head out.
Good luck.
Thanks, Gax. We won't need it to put thanks.
Raymond says, oh, no. He says, thank you.
Gax makes sure there's a meal waiting for him when they get home. Yeah.
Good meal.
Nice.
It's a good meal going to be waiting for them when they get home. You guys are heading about after a half hour. You're stopped by a guard, by a cop. What are you two doing?
We have working permits to be out this late.
Let me see them.
Hand them over.
Raymond holds out his.
All right, fine. Just make sure you head straight there.
We'll do so.
Gives them
Thank you.
back.
Raymond keeps himself from just skipping along with like, "Hey, we did it."
We head to the library at this point.
You head to the library. Are you guys going to hide back in your little alleyway?
Yeah.
Yeah, Raymond's gonna take Gax's place this time. He's gonna be up high enough that he can peek around. His head's pretty dark, so he's pretty confident that people won't be able to see him too.
Alrighty, and after about 15 minutes, you see a man turn the corner. This man is Thieves. You know you're not really very well hidden there, Shellrock.
That's alright, it didn't need to be.
And then suddenly Raymond jumps when 20 is
He
average.
jumps at you. He jumps at you. Ah, what's with the bird?
He's my partner, don't worry about him.
Okay. Anywho, I've called you guys here because you need to get out of town.
I can think so, I just don't know how or why. Why do we need to leave?
Well, first of all, you need to stop helping the king. He plans on
Okay.
slaughtering all of our city.
What? This is a heavy this is a heavy accusation. How do you know?
Why the hell do you think he's looking for the way to meld magic with metal?
I don't know.
He wants to control the bots down there. He wants to bring them up here to do his bidding.
Alright, why would he want to kill Copper City?
Because if you know, everyone in Platinum City thinks of them as nothing but degenerates. Nothing
Well,
but
there has to be
fools.
there has to be degenerates in order to have platinum. Someone has to do all the dirty work.
This goes beyond doing dirty work.
He's insane.
I agree with the bird.
Did you?
I'm-
We met with the king actually yesterday. Did you know that his hand is partially made of metal?
Do you know what that stuff does to you when you get bitten?
Gax explained a little bit, something about metal falling off him.
By chance is he a paladin?
He is, somehow.
By the Wanderer.
So he's real.
Yes, the Wanderer is real. The Wanderer is the reason why you're still alive. Why any
What
of
do you
us
mean?
are.
Tell me more.
Well, the Ghastly God decided that he was going to destroy the planet. He wanted to do so by turning man's creation against them. Man's creation are those silver beasts down there, as he gestures towards underneath you guys. And I fear the Ghastly God has been whispering in the king's ear. I don't know exactly what happens when you're bit, or when you get transformed into one of those things. But I do know that it drives you mad. I've seen people bit, I've seen people turned. It's a driving sensation just to do evil and destroy. Any life, any good that there is will be corrupted and destroyed if you help the king.
I see. So, what should we do to stop helping him?
Leave town.
Go where?
Back underneath. Find a way to stop this. Find a way to stop the cataclysm from happening all over again.
You think it'll happen again?
I know it will happen again.
How do you know?
The ghastly god will not stop until all human life is destroyed. This
What about the
includes the half-forms. The Wanderer lost lots of power last time. What little she has, she gave to others.
I see.
And you need to get out of town. Almost immediately.
As soon as possible?
Not as soon as possible. Immediately. Where's the third? And the fourth.
They're at our flat.
You need to go get them now. As you start hearing a heavy metallic clanking in the back.
Oh shoot.
Coming from where?
It's coming from this direction.
Raymond is
sorry.
going to gesture for those guys to run that way and start trying to mimic the sound.
I'm gonna nod. I'm like, yes, we should go.
As you're mimicking the sound, you guys look down to the other side of the alleyway, and you see 4 suits of armor walking. Hollow sounding armor as they walk, clanging up against the ground.
Jeez. Okay.
Do they seem to be drawn to the sound, or do they seem to be ignoring the sound?
They seem to be ignoring it.
I'm gonna wait till they pass before.
Yeah,
I
as
talk
soon as
to
they-
Thieves again.
Once they pass, Raymond comes back over.
So thieves, do these things patrol at night, or is this a recent development?
This only happened about maybe 2 days ago.
I see. Okay.
Me and Nix don't trust this.
I see. That's why he gave us the permits.
Indeed, I asked him to.
Gax
You
should
knew-
have trusted them.
We knew with the gates closing, you guys would need work permits to be out this late.
All right. Well, we should head back to the flats then.
Yes, I recommend we hurry.
Yeah, as they go, if there's any more patrols of spooky armors, Raymond will make the music noises to try to see if that helps ward them.
Make it seem like we're also the suit of armor things.
Yeah, pretty much. Given the response to their call and response.
Mm-hmm. Well, you guys make it back to the flat. You ran into a couple more patrols, but nothing you weren't able to hide and deter.
All right.
And all 3 of you are back at the flat.
Okay. So we quickly come inside. Gax, you awake?
He comes out of his room. You brought him back with you?
Did Thieves come with us?
Yes, Thebes went with you.
Yes, Thieves is here.
What's going on?
Raymond does he mimics everything that Thebes said except like fast forwarded by 2.
As you get to the part where the king is gonna get rid of or gonna kill Copper City, Gax gets very, very angry. He's going to what?
I gotta use my new ability! Calm violent emotions by making a diplomacy check, and I get advantage on it. Raymond basically just kind of like says something that I'm sure he's heard is just like, now isn't the time, or just something like that, and just kind of like gives him a look of urge.
I will let Gax determine how well he is.
Gax just goes silent, but is now just glaring.
Alright, well, the gist of it is we need to pack our things, get out of here, and head back to the dig site. To the delve, I should say.
I have a way out for you.
You do?
Yes,
Awesome. Alright,
but we
well,
need
we'll
to
take
leave
it.
immediately.
Give me a second. I go and I start gathering my things. I get...
I need to tell Nix I won't be there tomorrow.
Oh, Nix is with me on this one.
So you can tell him
As
for me. And I hand him
He...
the work permit.
So as you hand him the work permit, you see Nix is now in front of you.
Oh.
What? Oh my gosh.
Hi.
He's standing exactly where Thebes was in Thebes' clothing.
We knew he was a shapeshifter, and this still caught us off guard.
Oh my gosh. We knew it.
Well, the characters didn't know it, so.
Well, I didn't know, like, outside of character, I didn't even expect it, even though I knew
Yeah,
he
me
was a
too.
shapeshifter. That was really good.
So
Sherlock comes back with
I
his
won't
books
be
and
there
backpack.
tomorrow.
Oh, I know. Don't worry about it.
Do you want your permit?
Now hold on to that.
I come back in. Whoa, Nix! Whoa, wait. How did you get here?
I am Thebes.
You're thieves and Nix?
Yes, as he shapeshifts back into Thebes.
Oh, you. Oh. You must be one of those things I heard about. Shapeshifter, changeling.
Yes, there's a small group of us.
Wow. Fascinating. Anyway, yes, you said immediately. I have my stuff. Sling my pack on.
All of you have your items.
Gax goes back in his room. So Gax
Oh,
is strapping a shovel next to his greatsword.
Edmund picks up his big bag of garbage.
I pat my spell book on my side in its little holster.
We all pose for a dramatic moment with a low-angle lens, and it looks.
Gax is also
epic.
wearing a guard uniform for Copper City.
Ah.
Interesting. Okay. Where'd you get to that?
I'm an ex-guard.
Oh. I thought you worked at a plant or something.
I worked the coal shoveling when
Yes.
when I got convicted for killing the captain.
Wait, what? You killed a captain?
Long story. Let's get out.
Yes. We follow Thebes after this.
Alright.
Or Nix.
As you follow Thebes, he leads you back to Nix's Fixes outside the back of the shop, where you see a cart big enough to hold all four of you, plus some supplies. You will recognize this
okay.
as Thebes' cart.
It's Thebes' car.
Wait, what? But this is Nix we're dealing with.
Thieves? Isn't this a little obvious that we're leaving the city?
I have permission to go to and from the city as I please. As he shows you like a really nice piece of paper that's like laminated onto a piece of wood.
Oh, well, fantastic. Oh, seems good to me.
Has the king's symbol on the bottom of it and everything. It's official. Quickly, load it in.
Raymond does himself a favor and quickly memorizes the king's seal. Because that might be something really handy to use.
Maybe. Alright, I file in.
Yeah, Raymond climbs in and kind of buries himself in a corner, but has his head up so he can still.
Gaxed back there, you do see that your hover cycle is in his cart.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Should I just ride that when we get out?
Yes. You guys sit in the cart as he rides up to the Copper City gates, and the guards halt. No one is allowed to pass. You hear Thebes say, "I am Thebes of the Royal Guild of Cots. I am allowed to pass." He show you guys don't see this, but he shows his thing. All right, fine. They let him pass, and that is where we will end tonight.
Woo!
Thank you, adventurers, for watching. If you liked it, please leave a like down below. If you want to see more, head to our channel, check out some of our other stuff, and until next time, we'll see you around the campfire. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.